that you can go into and bring into Illustrator to draw on top of. But I would also encourage you to take photographs too, because when you're putting your presentation together, when we get to that part of it, it's going to be great to see the actual mural on a photograph, like in the space. Hello.
Oh, hi, sorry.
Hi, no problem, no problem. Janet?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you in
Nice
person.
to meet you too.
So I would take pictures of things like this, like she said. All of this can come down, and so can the awning. I would assume a lot of that molding too. I mean, it's broken off as it is, so a lot of those details probably would be removed if needed. So just kind of keep that in mind. Yeah, right here at the end of, you see how the roof profile kind of steps down? This step right here is the end of the area that they're talking about. But see, I don't see why, let's just use an octopus as an example. If an octopus's tentacle, you know, came off of your mural and went up that way, that could be something that you could do. Same thing with the front of the building, if you had an element like hand wrapping around or the tentacle of the octopus kind of wrapping around there, just to give you like a little bit of a hint of what's, you know, what the whole mural is about. I think it sounds like they'd like something like that. So yeah, I think that was a really good question. I'm not sure about the light sconces.
I have a question. So you will do the whole?
It's going to be right here is the edge of what the mural would be. To the front of the, yeah, to the corner.
Okay.
And potentially could wrap around to the front too. There are no historical details that we need to worry about on the front of the building. I can follow up about the light sconces just to see, is that permanent? Is it significant to the building in some way? I mean, if they're antique and need to be maintained, then that's something to consider. But know that they'll be here, probably. But I can follow up on that. And then what I would encourage you all to do with your phone, are you kind of the, Enrique, are you the photo taker for the group?
Yeah, I'll be posting them on Teams for everybody.
Awesome, that's really helpful. I'm glad you guys did that. Thank you. So what I would do as your group, I would walk around, and we'll start to go this way a little bit
Do we
too.
consider the door in our design?
Yes.
That's something that,
You know that inner door right there,
it's like
or the door,
everything
well,
there.
or whatever. Well, this is going to be gone. She said the awning could potentially be gone too, because there's enough space right here where the awning is kind of irrelevant. So, and then as for like this molding, I think you could, you know, it's got a profile to it, but I think because it's broken off right here, I'm sure this is something that they'll replace once they maintain the facade a little bit more. And do
What
a-
about the window over there?
Um,
Anything we should consider?
yeah, it's past this edge. You know, I guess what she said was it's all about cost, whether or not they can, you know, maintain the whole facade on this side, but they definitely can to that point.
So from this window, the end of the window.
No,
Yep.
the wires hanging down.
Oh, okay.
Right here. Like right where that corner is, up at the top. And you'll have elevations that are PDFs that you can bring into Illustrator, and you can do your illustration or your design right on top of that to scale.
Are we going to get an elevation of the front of the building if they
I
want
don't
us to?
know if there's. Hey, Nick. Maybe this would be a question for Rob.
Sure.
If there's an elevation of the front of the building.
Let's take a look. Oh, the front. Okay,
Yes.
this is like a wraparound thing, right?
Yes.
I can definitely have them do that.
Okay.
Okay. And it'll probably take a little bit, but you know, maybe like a week at the
Okay.
most, you know, something like that.
So what I would recommend doing is just taking a good photograph of it from the top, because we can draw our own elevations, you know. But that's my son.
Oh, okay. I
You're
was like, man, it's like a little.
like, who is that? This is my son, Jackson. You know, when you take a straight-on photograph, you can easily just draw that using the pen tool in Illustrator with shapes, you know, just rectangles and a couple curves and things like that. So until you get that, if you want to incorporate that in your design, just draw it yourself in Illustrator on top of the photograph.
And he is gonna take off these things. So
Yeah.
these two things are gonna be removed. And like she said, this thing might not even be, you know, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, this molding needs to be replaced anyway.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and they're going to be painting all of this, the gray color that they're going to give us the specs to. So,
Right, exactly. So, one thing I did say in the class is really like, we might have to modify things just a little tiny bit in the future. So, we plan for the best as we possibly can, and then you know, whatever all of us collectively choose, we're gonna work with that designer to make sure everything is very, very particularly, you know, specs are right on, it's easy enough for the design painter. Everybody will be in good communication. So that's that. Anybody have any questions? Feel excited about this? Is this a cool idea? You guys think it's okay?
yeah, no, they're excited.
Okay.
They are excited. So.
Jumping for joy? I'm
You
glad
just
the
can't
weather's nice.
tell.
Yeah.
The masks are hiding
know.
all their
I
excitement.
want to see you guys. Wow.
So we're going to the other location at 11:30. Is
That's
that what
right,
you
yeah.
said? Okay.
And so, you know, what might be kind of a helpful, we have half an hour, so what might be helpful is maybe we take a little bit of a walk and then come down the street this way and see what we see from that angle, that vantage point. So,
Yep.
and I could show you guys a couple of, like, you know, the other buildings, and we can walk past it and get a couple other, like, landmark features too. Okay?
Yep.
All right, let's
sounds
do it.
good.
All right.